Oh, good evening. I didn't know we had guests. Sit down. Let me tell you some funny stories that I have of me and you.
Well, I'll go back a lot of years, and we'll go back to our wedding day. And she was crying during our wedding, I think for good reasons. And her nose started running. And I, being the perfect man that I am, reached over and wiped that snot from her face. And then she kind of got mad at me for doing that, so, you know, I don't know.
Funny memory, I would have to say, every time I wash my hands on the decorative towels in the bathroom, even though I know I'm not supposed to.
A funny memory when we had to sit at Gouldsburg Cheese Factory, whatever it was,
In the
sitting
parking
in
lot.
the parking lot, and not going anywhere until she had her cheese and pepperoni. Refused to move. She ate.
And it was like 20 minutes to 30 minutes long.
Yeah, and we sat there waiting for her to develop.
And we just kept looking at her face, and her eyes were rolling.
Scared to death of Grandma Carnes.
When she was a little girl, okay, she was knee-high to a grasshopper. And she would always come out here and play with her friends. She kind of got peeved at me, you know. And so she used to always say she was my honey. So this time, when this happened, she said, "I'm not going to be your honey no more." I said, "Okay, Mary, go call Kimberly. She'll be my honey. I'll be your honey. Yeah. I'll be your honey." And so she's still my honey.
Alright, my funniest memory of Q is probably when I set off the house alarms like 3 times in a row and she thought the house was getting robbed.
I was writing this, I had a few tears. So anyhow, one of the things, remember the many rides you went with us in the wagon car?
It is when we were little kids, and she would do a certain little farting thing.
Please explain further. Please explain that further.
She can fart on demand.
And none of us know this.
You're dead, mate.
You're dead.
Wow, there's a lot of memories, but probably just all of the puppet stuff that we did, going on puppet trips, especially the trip where we found out the next morning that the pool that everybody was swimming in the night before was bright green and she was about to gag.
I had a baseball cap on. She was laying on the couch. I took off my baseball cap and jokingly tossed it up into the air. And it just so happened the way that the hat spun, the bill of the cap landed square on her nose. And she instantly was in pain, and I found it hilarious, and I started laughing. My laughter infuriated her, so she stood up and she started like trying to, well, she wasn't trying, she was actually punching me in the stomach, in the arms, and eventually I grabbed her wrists so she couldn't do anything, and I kept shaking her wrists because it made her even more angry. And then Rashad woke up, and he came out and he stormed out. He was like, "What's going on out here?"
I remember him way back. We was on a bus ministry. Mrs. Honey. A couple times we were so tired, so busy bringing all those kids in, we left our own kid on the bus. And we come home halfway and we looked, oh, we forgot Mary Jo. And we knew where she would be. She was over at Mrs. Hunter's. And Mary, every time we went back where Mary, she was standing there half asleep, "You forgot me," she would cry. And that bothered me through all these years.
Laughing hysterically at jokes and going on, what's that called? after Thanksgiving.
Black Friday.
Black Friday shopping and just sitting and trying to figure out, like, you know, what we're gonna buy. And the day that we went and got Christian his one electronic thing, I can't even remember. We sat in the line, like, and it was like all through Walmart, and we were just like forever sitting there all night long. And I went and got a chair, hunting chairs for us to sit while we were waiting to get his, I think it was an iPod, I think. So that's, I mean, there's so many other things, like sitting by the campfire down by your house, and going shopping and going to baseball games with Christian, and just having the kids grow up.
Good memories of when we took John down to Miami to go to school. And of course, Mary Jo went along, and we took him down and dropped him off at school. We headed back home, and we got our way back home, and I think she found something on the back seat, didn't she, that he had forgotten. And we had to turn around and drive back to Miami for it. And I always thought she did that on purpose, to see him once more, but that's just what I thought.
When we sang the milkshake song on New Year's Eve. We all had so many good times together. I know how you love my cookies. And always know you are thrilled when I have them for you. I know you like to hide them. But sooner or later, you had to share them with John.
Whenever we used to play Trivial Pursuit, she'd say, you read. You always read. And I get an answer right.
It's ironic you're having a fiesta party. So when your mom was interested in your dad, I said, oh, I'm going to have John over for tacos. And she said, I can't eat tacos in front of John. I'll be so embarrassed.
Yeah, at Bible Alliance Church. Pastor Frank introduced her as someone who didn't like to get up and sing in church. But when she got up, boy, her voice was powerful and beautiful. And I can remember her singing like an angel. So I've always had nice memories of Mary singing in church.
It was the first time that she had been to the beach, and I cautioned her and told her that she should put sunscreen on. Well, she said she didn't need to because she had been laying out in the sun. So the next morning she woke up and we heard the scream. And she come running into my room, and she says, look at me, just look at me. And she had a blister hanging from her chin. I mean, a huge blister. It could have been serious, but it wasn't. It was funny. We laughed.
We went to a ball game, and we were walking, and there is a photo evidence of me fake grabbing her butt that she hates. It gets posted every year anyways, so that was just a really funny one. And a serious one would be when I got my first apartment. Kelsey and her strategically and secretively basically had me shop for myself without me actually knowing. And then once everything was purchased, it was given to me as a gift, and I just found that really generous and sweet, and I'll never forget that she did that for me.
If it wasn't for Mary, I'd still be looking for that first appointment.
That's true.
Pittsburgh and me don't agree, you know. And she took me to all these different hospitals, and then I got rewarded after the visit. We had dinner together.
Make sure that we always say grace, even when Stacy and me are like this.
Yes, and we pray in silence while she says the prayer.
What a great way to start off the
Okay, when she was growing up, I always told my kids, before you come in the house, take your shoes off or wipe your feet. So one day, Mary Jo and her friend was out on a porch. They were cutting out dolls and had a little house. They were playing and talking with their dolls. I looked out the door and I heard Mary. She was walking her doll and saying, stop now. You take your shoes off before you go in the house. And the doll, she was moving it like it was taking its shoes off, and then it walked in her playhouse.
crazy and caring. Just 2 words.
Perfect.
Hearted and energetic.
Angel.
She's the boss.
Sincere and loving.
Fro.
Beautiful, awesome.
Coconut dash head.
But I would say probably caring is the best way to describe.
What would that be?
Plain.
Effervescent.
Free.
Loving. Jolly.
Kind. Very kind.
Yeah, when she laughs, she makes a funny grin.
Usually it's something like this.
That would be it.
Organizing.
That's a good one.
Bossing people around.
Amen.
Singing. That's talent. Cooking. Baking. Singing. Loving her family. All of them. No matter how they are or whatever, she still prays for them and wants the best for them.
Obviously, everything's always so spotless in her house.
Best talent. Being clean.
All the canned goods you have given me, they are the best.
Cleaning and being a great aunt.
She's a good cook. She makes good desserts.
That's it.
And of course, cleaning house. Come on.
She's great at decorating. She's a good cook. She's an amazing host when she does anything at her house. And she's always caring about others.
Cooking, parties.
Cooking and decorating country.
Simon.
Talking about the Lord, love her children, good mom, good daughter.
Ladylocks and jelly. Writing poems is one. Typing is another. Reading is not. Her creativity, when she was on the puppet team, she really was creative. She has many talents. Cooking is another.
Singing and making cookies.
Cooking. Housekeeping. Her flowers.
She has a beautiful voice. She's an amazing mother. And she just knows how to give you the best advice.
Singing and cooking. Especially cooking. And let's see.
She is happy when people were having their feet under her table and she has cooked for them. I can see her smile and be happy. Her family.
When she's helping other people.
No. Her children, her husband, gone.
Food. I would say craft shopping and her fire pit at her house.
What makes her happy is when she sees her kids succeeding and getting ahead. It makes her happy.
I think being around us. Because we are the Chuckleheads.
AKA the Three
The
Musketeers.
Three Musketeers.
Her kids and her husband.
Not being at work, being home. We just enjoy being home.
children.
For kids.
Loves when we're all together, for sure. Eating, shopping, and being with friends and family.
Maybe you and Christian moving out? I don't know.
Or maybe just Christian moving out.
Or maybe just, yes, obviously she must miss you immensely.
Bedford.
Boyd's Bears.
Spending time with her family and her children. And shopping for country stuff.
Probably me.
When someone who shall remain nameless may have in the past, once, maybe twice the most, rearranged some of her sheep, and they may have left the other sheep behind, and Mary Jo, being the shepherd, would have to go out and corral them back to their pen.
Germs. Wait.
Dirt. Dirt. And messy.
I think her biggest pet peeve would probably be like a dirty house.
Pet peeve. Morons on the road. Better known as Mo's. Dumb people that she works with.
Well, when you have a bunch of dirty hands and they're all reaching into the same chip bag, and then people are doing this, and then grabbing back into the chip bag.
Biggest pet peeve, when people chew with their mouth open. She hates that.
I guess people coming in the house not taking their shoes off.
That's a good. Someone making noise when they chew.
Dirty house.
Hi, I am Tracy Bullcrap. Oh, I used to date George. Oh, this is the guy I dated. Wife. Oh.
Biggest pet peeve. Anyone that's dirty.
Dirty people. Dirty homes.
When Christian would come in and mess up her Christmas ornaments on the tree when she's decorating the tree. Not in the house.
Hair in her food.
Hair in food.
That being said.
True that, Kay.
Quote she uses, anytime somebody's doing anything annoying, she calls them a nim, and she always goes, "Ya nim."
She always calls everyone a mo. It took me forever to figure out what that meant.
John.
Cheers, Jen.
Cheers, Jen. You're right, Sam.
She would be like the happiness fairy. Yeah, she would bring happiness to everybody she wanted, and the other people, she would find a tree with a hole in it, like an old squirrel hole, and there would be bodies in that squirrel hole.
Cleaning her house with the speed of light.
Her one superpower would be being able to cool down the entire church when she fans her face during the church service.
She would be able to clean everything like instantly.
Even though she knows God would have to cure her rheumatoid arthritis.
Yeah, well, obviously to wave a magic wand and have everything clean, but I think she enjoys a clean thing.
Annoying Nathan.
Probably getting like Superman. She'd probably get from our house to her house in about 30 seconds.
Probably leave the trip, get her house paid off, and retire.
Who knows? And her house will be clean.
She could have one superpower, I would say that she could read minds.
Power cleaning everything.
One superpower. I would say she would be a super cleaner, super cleaning woman. So it would take her about 5 minutes to be done.
Cleaning the house 5 times in one day.
Once I was swimming across Turtle Creek, all them snappers all around my feet. It sure was hard swimming across that creek with both hands on my Bible.
And this is it. John Bon Jovi. What's the one that song that goes? What is it? Oh, Living on a Prayer.
The Christmas Shoes.
Any Fleetwood Mac song. Any 38 Special song from the Strength in Numbers album. Because that was the Strength in Numbers album. We were on the beach, and that was the first time I told her I loved her. When the 38 Special song from that album was playing. And Deja Voodoo, also from 38 Special.
No, because remember in the car she listens from gospel to Metallica.
We don't get to pick, of
No, we
course.
don't get to pick. So we don't know that one. No, we don't know.
Michael W. Smith. Friends are friends forever.
Rise, my love.
Arise, my love.
I can only imagine. Well, because of puppets, it would have to be Arise, My Love.
Where did you know? It's definitely a song that's singing for. And
Yeah, when she was little, she used to sing Jesus Loves Her.
Sweet Caroline.
Good habits are keeping her house clean as can be, for sure. And what are bad habits? I don't know.
Good job.
Good habits. She likes to make people happy. And bad habits. Going to sleep when she comes to visit.
Oh, she keeps a tidy house. And also, her bad habit would be keeping a tidy house.
She is a very, very good-hearted person, and she very loves to help the unfortunate.
She does. But she does make no bones about telling you what she thinks, which is a good thing.
Yes.
You know where
God,
you
her
stand.
water cup is freaking disgusting. For somebody with OCD about everything always being clean, that thing is never clean. And I'm pretty sure that the cure for COVID is in that cup. And her good habits is everything else in her house is clean.
I don't really know any bad habits off the top of my head because I think all of her habits come from a good place. Her good habits, she always has a way of bringing people together and making everyone happy and feeling comfortable. I know that was my first impression of her. I felt so comfortable when I first met you.
What habit she has, I don't know if you could call it good or bad, but she'll sit and she'll twirl. It hurts.
Biting at the nails.
Yeah.
The biting at the
She
nails.
bites her
yeah.
fingernails.
Good habits would be always making sure everything's right and nice. And her bad habit is, I think she still bites her nails.
I'd say good habits is she takes care of her family. She works really hard at her job. She keeps a very nice, clean house.
She is clean.
Good habits would be that she's very caring and loving.
Her good habits are she takes her dad to the doctors all the time. She calls us every day, sees how we're doing. And I really can't think of anything bad about her, to be honest.
Oh, good habits. She has a lot of good habits. Taking care of her family, taking care of me, taking care of people that are in need, people that don't have a lot. She likes to help people out anonymously and not let people know that she's helping them. She just cares about people. There's people to take care of.
Any bad habits?
Nope.
Good answer.
Good habits, just loving her family and being there for her friends and family. Bad habit is just way too much OCD of the cleaning from 9 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon every Saturday. Check mark. That is done.
The twirling of
Twirling
the hair.
of the hair.
That means nighty night.
She twirls her hair, her eyes get heavy, and
the
she brings
blanket.
it over and she tickles her nose.
Yeah.
And
She's
then
a blanket.
Then she's got her band.
Her good habits are she's a clean freak. Everything's always so tidy when you come to her place. And at the same time, it's very annoying because it makes me look bad.
She laughs a lot at herself, at her jokes.
Cleaning the house, bad habits is cleaning the house too.
It's a disaster. I mean, we have a fun time after everything gets all settled. Because we have to check out the table.
The crumbs, the dirt, the menu, the paper versus cloth napkins, salt and pepper shakers, ketchup. What else?
Carol, get the door. Carol, I need salt and pepper on my food.
Don't touch the menu, Carol. What's on the menu?
Yes, what's on the menu?
Well, it can be a good experience or a bad experience because, you know, she loves to eat and she loves all kinds of different foods, but God forbid she finds a hair, even if it's her own, because then she's in the bathroom vomiting.
Everything must be clean.
Take away the cloth napkins and bring us paper napkins. To a restaurant and there may be a hairball on the floor and she gets so upset she just walks.
Well, I don't have a problem going out to eat with her because we both know where we like, where we don't like. You know, it took her about 30 years to get to Boyden Wordman's in Ohio, but that not any of my growing up. It was Carol and Stacy. They made that happen for years. It was, ooh, no, we're not going there. It's 30. And Carol and Stacy say, okay, let's go, and off they go.
Well, like there's a hair, I'm done eating.
Go to get soup. She gets French onion soup. She doesn't eat
The onions. They have to be strained.
Yeah.
She eats the broth with the cheese, but no onions. French onion soup.
And another place she never wanted to try all these years was the Frosty Shack.
Yes.
Well, John, she's been to the Frosty Shack.
We went in the park one night, and there was a hair in her sandwich. She got a half of a roast beef sandwich, and there was a hair in it. And what a ruckus! She ran through the restaurant to the bathroom and threw up. And the manager came and wanted to know what was wrong. And so we told him, and he didn't give us even credit on the meal.
We go to Chili's, and she has
Yeah.
to order the fajitas the old way.
Yeah. The new way, the old way.
The years have come and gone. But remember, you have a special place in our hearts. Mary, I wish you the happiest of birthdays, and I will always love you, Aunt Char, or it's just Aunt. And I know Uncle would be sending you his love also.
That she would have a long,
healthy, happy
healthy
life. Love you, Mary. Happy birthday.
Yeah, we love you, but we don't want to come this Christmas to watch the Muppet
No.
movies.
If you have something else, we'll attend. But the Muppets, either that or Carol and I'll sit upstairs and eat. So.
She would have great health.
I can't give it to her, but it would be a grandbaby.
I wish that she lives many a year and she has grandchildren and she has a great retirement and a great life with her family.
Mary Jo, I wish you lots of good health, happiness, grandchildren, and just lots of love. And I love you.
God, I wish you were older than me.
Stay happy, healthy, and keep living your best life.
I wish you the the best for the next 50 years. And I wish for prosperity and happiness and joy.
I wish for you to feel better and have happy days with your family.
I wish that you have 50 more long years with your friends and your family. And I wish that your rheumatoid arthritis would be gone and you would be out with no more pain.
Hope your house.
Wish you continued happiness and joy through life, and that you continue to be blessed, and then eventually blessed with grandkids, because I know that's what you want. So, but I love you. Happy birthday. Mwah. Happy birthday, Mary. I love you. Birthday, Mary Jo.
Many, many, many happy birthdays.
50th birthday, Mary! Yay! You're 50!
Mary, I wish you a happy birthday and many, many more. And God bless you and your family always. Mom loves you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
We love
We
you,
get-
Mary.
We love you, Mary. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mary. We love you, and I hope you have many, many more.
Happy birthday, Pew!
Happy birthday, Mary Jo. I love you like a mother, and I think you're amazing, and I hope that you enjoy your day.
Hon, I love you. Happy birthday.